U.S. Chinese warships enter South China Sea as tensions rise over oil dispute. A months-long standoff between Chinese and Malaysian vessels in disputed waters in the South China Sea over oil exploration has drawn U.S., Chinese and Australian warships, according to reports. The high-stakes drama began in December when Malaysia's state oil company Petronas contracted a ship to explore waters in the country's extended continental shelf that are also claimed by China and Vietnam, according to Bloomberg News. Those two countries dispatched ships to shadow the Malaysian vessel. On April 16, the Chinese surveyor Haiyang Dizzy 8 entered the fray while accompanied by a Coast Guard ship sent by Beijing, prompting the US and Australia to deploy warships to the area, Reuters reported. The standoff was the culmination of continued harassment by Chinese vessels of drilling operations in 5 oil blocks off the Malaysian coast in the past year, Greg Poling, head of the Washington-based Asia Maritime Transparency Initiative, told Reuters. Chinese forces have been harassing ships servicing the West Capella, the oil surveyor operated by Petronas, since December, Poling told the news outlet. On Thursday, the Haiyang Dizzy was still within Malaysia's exclusive economic zone, about 209 miles off Borneo, according to data from ship tracking website Marine Traffic. 3 American warships and an Australian frigate this week held a joint exercise in the South China Sea near where the West Capella was operating, officials and security sources said. Beijing has denied reports of a standoff, saying the Haiyang Dizzy was conducting normal activities. Malaysia said Thursday it was committed to safeguarding its interests in the South China Sea. While international law guarantees the freedom of navigation, the presence of warships and vessels in the South China Sea has the potential to increase tensions that in turn may result in miscalculations which may affect peace, security and stability in the region, Foreign Minister Hishammuddin Hussein said. He added that Malaysia maintained open and continuous communication with all relevant parties, including China and the U.S. Washington has called on Beijing to stop bullying tactics in the South China Sea and accused China of meddling in the disputed area while other claimants are preoccupied with the coronavirus pandemic. On Friday, it was close to the Petronas-operated West Capella, according to the security sources, who did not want to be identified because they were not authorized to talk to the media. One of the sources said a Vietnamese vessel was also tagging the West Capella. The area is close to waters claimed by both Vietnam and Malaysia as well by China, through its sweeping claim to most of the South China Sea within its U-shaped 9-dash line that is not recognized by its neighbors or most of the world. The United States has accused China of taking advantage of the distraction of the coronavirus pandemic to advance its presence in the South China Sea. On Wednesday, a Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman said the Haiyang Dizzy 8 was conducting normal activities and accused U.S. officials of smearing Beijing. A Malaysian security source said the Haiyang Dizzy 8 was flanked at one point on Friday by more than 10 Chinese vessels, including those belonging to maritime militia and the Coast Guard. That source also mentioned the Vietnamese vessel. The Malaysian Prime Minister's office, the Defence Ministry and Petronas did not respond to requests for comment. Zubail Mat Som, the head of Malaysia's Maritime Enforcement Agency, confirmed that the Haiyang Dizzy 8 was in Malaysian waters, Malay-language Daily Harian Metro reported. The foreign ministries of China and Vietnam did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The Haiyang Dizzy 8 was 324 kilometers off the Malaysian coast, within Malaysia's exclusive economic zone, marine traffic data showed. It was flanked by a Chinese Coast Guard vessel as it moved in a hash-shaped pattern consistent with carrying out a survey, as it did during a tense standoff in Vietnamese waters last year. The West Capella was not visible on the tracking data, but the security sources said the vessel was in the area. The Asia Maritime Transparency Initiative (AMTI), a Washington, D.C.-based think tank, has signaled its presence there since October. Greg Poling, director of the AMTI, said China was using intimidation tactics as it had in resource-rich Vietnamese waters, where Spanish energy firm Repsol has pulled at least 2 projects in recent years following pressure from China. China claims almost all of the energy-rich South China Sea, also a major trade route each year.